Good morning. It's like right in the morning, as you can tell probably by my voice that I just woke up, and Mabel keeps hitting a button on a toy that's making noise. But it's Friday morning. Yesterday, Thursday, I went to work. I knew I had to like keep my head down, get a lot of work done, as I need to be home with Mabel for the next, I don't know, few days. Maybe she can go back on Monday. We're not sure yet. And then I came home and we did reading sprints on Kayla's channel. So I didn't update at all yesterday, but I haven't actually finished anything for like this vlog yet. So today is going to be about finishing my things. First, I'm gonna pack Mabel up. We're gonna go get coffee because I do that every day. And then I'll be back to read. We say good morning. Say good morning. Good morning. I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing. You know, that's kind of how I feel today. It is the next day, and I just gave Mabel some puffs, so she's hopefully distracted for approximately 4 minutes. I'm just not keeping up with vlogging. Honestly, I'm trying to do the reading and actually fully participate in the readathon while also like posting the announcements and stuff. So yesterday I did get to post the announcement for like what challenge day is gonna be, and I'm so excited. We're doing like a school store styles, so the participants will be earning coins throughout the day that they can then spend for rewards after the fact, and so I'm really excited to do that tomorrow. And then also there was a points update last night, so there was just a lot of doing that kind of stuff. But I did actually finish 2 things yesterday. I finished the Well of Ascension, which I'm like so happy to say I'm done with now. I did give it 4.5 stars. I liked it a little bit less than the first book in that series. I think the first book just had a little spark of like historical romance with the Vin and Elend situation, where this still had like that, but this was a lot more like political intrigue and like going into conflicts kind of thing. So I struggle a little bit more with that, but I do really like Brandon Sanderson's writing style, and I'm loving this series. So I have a 5-star and a 4.5 star out of that series. That's amazing. And then I did finish also the Ersatz Elevator. That one I liked a little bit more. I haven't actually rated that yet. It's probably like a 3.5. We'll see what it ends up being, but somewhere in there. I like that a little bit more than the previous 2. And then I also made it almost to halfway of the audiobook of As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. So like I said, I am making my way through things. I'm hoping today, I looked, in the last 2 Bridgerton books I read only took me about 4 hours to read. So I'm hoping to make significant progress in this today. I did mark off the sections as if I would like finish it today, but we'll see. That might be a little bit ambitious. And then I'm hoping to continue that audiobook. So potentially finishing 2 things or getting really close to finishing 2 things. It is Saturday, but Chris is working. So me and this baby are just gonna stare at each other again all day. I do think she's starting to get bored because we've been home for so many days in a row. So I don't know what to do. But yesterday she was just starting to get a little bit clingy. Like she would only nap if I held her, which usually she's a pretty good sleeper and napper on her own, but that's fine because I can still read while holding her. It just makes it difficult to have lunch and not be attached for an entire 24 hours. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hitting a wall today. So I took a break and listened to my audiobook while I did a bit of laundry, and then she kind of took a fall and had a bit of a meltdown. So we've just been sitting here. It's like almost 2 p.m. so I'm hoping to get back in my groove.
She picked up Kara's phone and flicked it onto the camera. "Smile," she said, holding the camera out to take a selfie of the 3 of them. And then she felt it. That metallic coating at the back of her tongue. "Excuse me," she said, standing up abruptly, the others looking up at her. "Gotta pee." Pip hurried across the concourse, her sneakers shrieking against the just-mopped tiles as she headed toward the restrooms.
Happy challenge day. It's
43 degrees out, and I'm outside because the very first challenge we got today was to only read outside. So I'm gonna tough it out for 10 minutes and then go back inside and I guess not read for the rest of this hour. Oh, yeah. Bye.
I've like hardly vlogged today because I've hardly moved around. I'm doing like the bare minimum to get all the points, which is fine, but I probably could have done better today. I am like in the home stretch of On the Way to the Wedding, which I'm excited to finish. I listened to the 2-hour audiobook of Busted by Karen Slaughter, and I actually gave that 1 star, and I think I might be done with that series. I'm just not enjoying it anymore. I think that there is probably better detective mystery series for me to like give a chance than to keep suffering through that series. So I just don't know. I have claimed to be a big Karen Slaughter fan, and now I'm just like not enjoying this anymore. So my heart is conflicted. But I was on live, not really sprints, but a live show all morning, and now we've taken like a little afternoon break, and I'm about to get back on a live show to finish out challenge day. So that's kind of why I haven't been vlogging, but you could have tuned into my day there. You probably did. And yeah, I'm determined to finish this today, so that's the goal. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, so I didn't update you at all yesterday. It was a hectic day. I was doing all of the points from challenge day, and then I got the points update out, and then I was like, oh shoot, I need to like actually still be reading for this readathon. So I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here. So we're gonna recap everything I read within this time frame, I guess. So first, to discuss all the audiobooks I listened to Criminal by Karen Slaughter, and I wasn't having a good time this whole time, but then the ending kind of pulled through, so I ended up giving this one 3 stars. But then I also listened to the novella that follows this called Busted, which was only like a 2-hour audiobook, and I didn't have a good time again. I gave that one 1 star. I think technically it came out as like a 1.5 star, but I need a break from this series. I don't know that I'm gonna continue. I'm struggling with this one for sure. And then the other audiobook I listened to was As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, which finished a series. I did give that one 4 stars, I believe. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think that series for me, I can recognize that it's like amazing for the right audience, which is its intended audience in like young adult readers merging into thrillers, or even just for beginners of thrillers. I think it's really good, but I personally tend to struggle with my overall enjoyment. So for that one, it's a me thing, and I do think it deserves the 4 star. The series as a whole was really fun, and it is fun on audiobook because there is like a podcast element to the whole story. And then I did finally finish this beast. I finished The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, which I'm so happy to have just gotten through. I've been so surprised by how much I actually do love this series. It's obviously pretty intimidating. These are huge books, but I did give the first one 5 stars, and I gave this one 4.5. I think the first one had a little bit more jazz for me because there was a romance situation happening, which still exists in this, but this book was definitely centered more around like political. In my review on Goodreads, I said political intrigue. Like, this just has a lot more of like how this shit works. And then I continued trucking through the Series of Unfortunate Events series. I only finished the Ersatz Elevator within this time frame, but we're getting through those. And lastly, I finished On the Way to the Wedding by Julia Quinn, which I gave this one 4 stars. Technically, again, 4.5, which means that none of the Bridgerton books actually got a 5 star from me, even though this series as a whole, I would like highly recommend. I had a really good time reading this series, except I didn't like Eloise's book, and the first one is very controversial. But we know I ended up loving this one because it is Friends to Lovers, and I did read the epilogue and the second epilogue, and the second epilogue did give a lot of like full circle things about this couple to kind of wrap up the series as a whole, but there wasn't like, I really thought they were gonna pull all of the siblings in, like the whole family in for like a final scene, and you never really get that. But yeah, I loved Gregory's book. Amazing. So that's it. That's vlog number 2. We are emerging into the final vlog
of the readathon. There is, so today's Tuesday and it ends on Sunday. So there's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 days left. And so I'm going to share just kind of what I'm currently working on. I am like 2 chapters into the next series of unfortunate events book, The Vile Village, and I think that this might be the first one. I'm not feeling the nostalgia for this yet, so I think this might be the first one that I never read as a kid. And then I'm listening to The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And since I just finished On the Way to the Wedding last night, I grabbed a new physical book that's over 400 pages to start today. And I'm going to start The Risk by Elle Kennedy. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I don't think I have any more that are over 500 pages that I feel like would be worth it. I feel like everything I have that's over 500 pages is like 700 pages, 800 pages, so I don't really want to waste the time to get to it because none of them are finishing a series either. So if I'm not going to be finishing a series, I might as well optimize my points. You feel? Okay, that's what we're working on, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!